Well, hey, McKinney. Hey, moms. Hey, dads. Dr. Matt here, and we are just jumping right in. And we're going to talk about one of my favorite jobs that I have is being a dad. And we're going to talk to you dads about some incredible stuff about what it means to be stressed out and a worn out dad. And dads, I know you carry a lot on your shoulders. And so many dads are just getting after it after work, and they're coming home, they're coaching Little League and baseball and a travel team, and they're a part of what their girls are doing and hanging out and, and wanting to play. But man, there's just so many times that I believe that dads ditch their own health in the name of taking care of their family. You know what I mean? They need you to take care of you, because if you're not taking care of you, nobody is. Now, I know your wife is there, and she's probably the one watching this video, and she's probably the one showing you this video saying, hey, Dr. Matt's telling you, you need to get something taken care of, and you can't be worn out and stressed out all the time, okay? So what are we going to be talking about? This video is for dads, and they all feel like they need to work an 80-hour week, be everywhere and everything at all times, whether it's for our wives or our kids. We've always got this pressure that's on us, and we're trying to provide and take care of our families, and we want to help you stay away from that edge of burnout, okay? Exhaustion and poor health, and you may already be there, okay? And I'm sorry, but you know what it feels like, and you know it's not fun, and it's something that's just exhausting when you don't have energy. And if this is you, or you know another dad that's struggling with this, please share this video with them so that they can be a part of what we're gonna share a couple things today. So I want to just tell you about a great dad who came to me, who was into his mid-30s and just wasn't feeling that same energy. Was coming home at night and not feeling like he wanted to engage with his kids. Definitely tired. Running out of energy, having that second cup of coffee in the afternoon, sometimes a third cup, just to feel like, to get through, baseball practice or to get to dance, the girls to dance in time. He just was always running, and just, you could watch watch his face change. His eyes were getting dark. He was just tired all the time, and he was starting to gain weight, and he was just frustrated. He's like, what is going on? And we started just talking about what was happening in his life, and his pressure at his job was great. And he was trying to really open up a new division and get some things going that had never been done before. And he was making great progress, but it was just taking everything out of him. Okay, if this sounds like you, you know already what he's walking through. That sleeping, but not feeling refreshed. That always eating, but out of necessity, not of enjoyment. So what we're starting to see here is that for Chris, it was just really the responsibility as being work. He was so slammed the schedule that he frequently found that his batteries were drained. He was worn out. He was tired, but he wasn't recovering. And then it's even harder, as we talked about, to juggle all these things that we walk through, keeping that balance. And I don't know if there really is a lot of balance when we're a parent sometimes, but one of the things that we're always looking for is, where is our body at? Okay, so one of the things that we looked at for this dad that was walking through this with us is looking at some of those soft signs. We started to see him having more and more allergies. His body was hyper reacting to things. Like I said, not sleeping well, feeling perpetually like he couldn't shut down, couldn't sit still. That body was always in that low buzz all the time. And you can only do that for so long, okay? So, but what we started to do is we wanted to help him understand two things. Is he in gas pedal mode, which means the sympathetic nervous system was way over there. That's where his heart was living. That's where his brain was living. He was over there. That brain-body connection was over in that fight or flight. So what we had to do is to find out where all these stress points were coming and get his brain to start to move away from being all the way over in that sympathetic or that gas pedal or fight or flight, and get him to move back towards the middle where he could react, get that brake pedal back on, okay? Great part of this story is that as he was under care, and it took months, and I know some of you dads are like, well, I want to fix now, but it took time and repetition to get his system to unlock. Made some changes at work, got some help, walked through some things with his family, just kind of really was very vulnerable with his wife about what he was feeling. And, she was aware. I mean, every woman is, okay? We just know that. But now he's in a place where his body and his joints aren't hurting, because he was starting to feel that as well. He's managing his allergies better naturally. And he no longer feels like he needs to drink coffee all the time just to be normal. But the best part was, he says, it's the clarity of thought. of seeing his brain calm down. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at a couple things in this, and we're gonna dive into some science here and talk through a couple points here. But being a dad isn't easy, which we know. So we're all juggling all the hours and responsibilities, getting kids from here to there, right? But one of the things we talk about here is how busy and overloaded the average dad is. I don't know if you played any club sports or your kids are involved in club sports or your kids are involved in anything. Literally the amount of commitments that our kids have, and then we have our own commitments of things that we're doing for ourselves, means we're being pulled from one place to the other. So I want to give you a term that we're constantly wound up and worn out. We're constantly wound up and worn out. So we're always being pulled in multiple directions, okay? By accepting that overwhelm and exhaustion as normal, we start to run on this slippery slope where what's the best way to say this? We're literally walking a razor's edge of where our body has the ability to adapt, okay? And we're always carrying too much, so then we're really gonna be constantly overwhelmed, and that means we're constantly grumpy or anxious or irritated. And then that has those negative effects on our family because then we're just mean dads because we're stretched too thin, okay? So what if we could do a 180, okay? What if we could not only get all your work done, but also have energy and happiness? What if you could balance things better? Well, I want to go deeper. When we take a look at where your stress is coming from, and we look at the pattern of stress and how long it's been there, then you start to see that your brain is really what's at the heart and soul of this. And as a neurological family chiropractor, one of the things that we do all the time is help dads get unstuck because they are the last ones to take care of themselves. So each adjustment helps not only to reduce any neck or back pain that's there from being so tense and wound up all the time, which most dads are, it also starts to clear out that constant stress and that brain fog and fatigue that tends to start to settle in when we're in a pattern of stress. And you know this. So what do we do to kind of dig deeper into this is we know that there are so many dads that are worn out and wound up, okay? An exhausted dad who wants to get his energy back needs to find out where they stand. And we use HRV for dads specifically to be able to measure, are they in that fight or flight, sympathetic gas pedal down, or are they over in the rest and digest, where the brake pedal is? So when we see that, we can see that brain-body connection, and we can get a great picture of where and how your body's doing from the inside, and then we can tie it to what you're walking through. And this is where I call it a privilege as a dad, is for you to help make some great decisions about what you need to keep moving forward with. But if you stay in a stress state, then your body responds to everything in a stress state, and your body starts to get sick. It gets worn out. Your immune system starts to give out. You can only handle it for so long. You can only power coffee down all day long before your adrenals are going to fail on you, and your whole immune system starts to give out, okay? So it's no wonder so many guys that don't take care of themselves struggle with their weight in their 40s and 50s. They struggle with stress. They're not sleeping well. They're not resting. And that affects every part of your performance in your body. So dads, wives that are showing this to your husband, let him know that there is some hope here, okay? So what we want to do in this is we have a special offer for you. And this month, you come in, you can get scanned, you're going to find out how your nervous system's going on, and we want to help you get back on track, all right? So reach out to us. Let us know, because any of that story about, that dad connects with you, if any of this is your life, then we want to find out where you are and why you're stuck in this pattern, all right? I'm Dr. Matt, and we can't wait to help you out.